Welcome to the Joyce Keller Show, now on Blog Talk Radio. Click into blogtalkradio.com on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Joyce has been heard on WGBB 1240 AM for almost 25 years, and this is the world's longest-running live show for Body, Mind, and Spirit. It's heard in New York and also on the web. The Blog Talk Radio shows are archived, so they'll be available in the future for about an hour after the show ends to be heard anytime. And additionally, we're able to take phone calls. So, Joyce is a world-class psychic and author of 7 internationally best-selling books endorsed by Regis Philbin. Joyce has been seen on Oprah and many other national TV shows, excuse me, and has been honored in Who's Who. Joyce's website, www.joycekeller.com. There's information on her incredible soul readings and a number of CDs, as well as her hardcover Calling All Angels book. Excuse me. If you'd like to communicate by email, send in your one-line questions with birth date information now to Joyce Keller at Mindspring, MINDSPRING.com. I'm Jack Keller, by the way. Joyce's blog is www.joycekeller.blogspot.com, and you can see Joyce on radio in a number of videos, actually about 15 of them now, I believe, on www.youtube.com/user/The Joyce Keller Show. Now the person featured in Simon & Schuster's Top 100 Psychics in America, Joyce Keller.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Welcome, everyone. We're so happy to be back with you again. As Jack was just saying, not only are we heard on the web and on AM radio, WGBB 1240 AM radio, I think they're in temporary hiatus, but starting in April of 2012, I'm not sure when you're going to be hearing this, we will be back on, and indeed we will be live on WGBB 1240 AM, which we have been for a number of years, as Jack said. So welcome, and right now we're on Blog Talk Radio, and the show is repeated on www, write this down, because this will be televised also. We are on that's pst-tv-network.com, and that will be on, this show will be on starting next week. So if you're one of the people who are on today's show, all you have to do is just tune in the following week and you'll be able to hear your reading or your comment or whatever you called in about at that time. If you wanted to email me now, indeed, because we are live, you can give us a little email at joycekeller@mindspring.com. That's JOYCEKELLER at Mindspring. Let me spell that for you. JOYCEKELLER. And that's at Mind, MINDSPRING, mindspring.com. Okay, and I will receive your email right here on my trusty little computer, my little laptop. Okay, and again, if you want to call in, here's the phone number. It's 347-324-3584. It's right above my head. You'll see it right there. Okay, for those of you who are strictly listening on the radio, again, it's 347-324-3584. Now I have another number also. I don't know if this is the correct number. It's 646-200-4787. I'm going to give you both numbers because one is sure to be clear. 646-200-4787. Okay? And as I like to begin the show with, I like to say from my heart, tick-tock, to yours, I really do care. And I have a new shirt. I want you to see my shirt. It also has a heart on it. Look. How cute is this? This shirt was $9 in Target. See this? I love this shirt. Do you like my shirt? Okay. It's a big heart. For those of you who are not seeing this on past TV or on the web, it's a little nothing black shirt with a great big red heart on it. Okay. These are very troubling times, aren't they? So we need to be nice to one another. Okay. It's currently Wednesday, March 14th, 2012, and we're live on this particular hour. But as I say, it's going to be repeated. Okay, and the full moon is tomorrow night in the sign of Virgo. All you Virgos, dig in your heels. a lot of extra energy. So if you wanted to accomplish something, do it now, because Mercury's going retrograde next week. Excuse me. See, Jack and I both have little colds, so I'm very sorry about his voice and mine. What, Jack?
I think you said March 14th. Today's the 7th of March. You're looking a week ahead.
What did I say? You see, this is your fault. You know why? Because you make me rush so much. I said the 14th. I meant to say March 7th. And the full moon is March 8th, which is tomorrow. I have my calendar right here. You see this? And Mercury's going retrograde next Monday, March 12th. Now, what that means is if you have papers to sign or you wish to accomplish something, do it now. Because once Mercury goes direct, it's better if you don't sign. And you don't make any kind of commitments. You don't get married, that kind of thing. It lasts for about a month. Okay. Now, I wanted to have all my CDs and DVDs out so I could show them to you. This is one of my favorites. Jack said he's going to give me all my DVDs so I can show them to you. This is one of my favorites. Look, it's me. It says, "My Friend Died." And it's a very small book. It's a very, I can't say short DVD. It's regular-sized DVD. But it tells about, I think it's also not only a DVD, but it's also a CD. And it tells about how you can go through the grief process smoothly, quickly, and as easily as possible. Grief is, I think, the most challenging experience on the earth. So this is "My Friend Died." Can you see that? I'll show that up to the camera. Excuse me. I do apologize for that. And I wanted to not only talk about some of the current events that affect all of us, but of course I always talk about books and everything that's going on. So I see there are emails coming in. I thank you for that. Time magazine, very interesting. A lot of it is about, of course, the upcoming election, big election year this year. My feeling is that, of course, I'm not totally happy about it, but I'm not a political person. But I do feel, thank you, Jack, that that Obama will win again. And he's got it all sewn up, as he had the whole first election all sewn up as well. So don't get too excited and unhappy about that. But barring the unforeseen, which, you know, there's always that element of things that we do not see, because God has given us all free will. So there's a possibility, even when you do psychic readings, that there's a little element of change in there. But the way things are going now, I see that Obama is in again, and he's running against Romney. And Romney doesn't have much of a chance. It's not even going to be close. Okay, I wanted to tell you about some of my other CDs and DVDs. These are CDs, Jack. Yes, did you give me the CDs or DVDs? You know, it's impossible to tell by looking at them about what they are. The first one is Calling All Angels. This is based on my book. I hate this to be all about me, but I want you to get to know me in case you don't already. But I wanted to tell you, this is Calling All Angels, based on my book. By the way, this little book is sold around the world, and it's so helpful. It's such a nice little book. It came directly from Spirit about how to call on your angels, how your angels can work with you. And this is the CD to go with that, or DVD. It's on my website. I have no idea. But it's joycekeller.com in any case. And this one, oh, look, I'm not going to go through all these. I have too many of them. Look, I have all these. It's all on my website. You see? I did all these, okay? About love, soulmates, life, death, all the problems that we all have. Prosperity, how to increase your prosperity. And it all came from angels, so what more do you want? I was just simply the channel that received the information. I was very honored and very privileged. You know, I think so much of what we all do is a direct result of what God and the angels give us. And we say, oh, me, I'm so great. Please. Mostly everything comes from the angelic realm. Jack, you left me a message. Call Jeff. No, it's the wrong show. Okay, I want to give you the numbers again. Give us a call. We're live. 347-324-3584 or 646-200-4787. Okay, and again, the number is over my head. Joyce Keller Show. For those of you who would like to develop your mediumship abilities, or who need to tune in more to your higher natures, your higher selves, or become much more in tune, I wanted to tell you about Astara. It's Astara. Astara. It's a mystery school in California. Don't be frightened by the fact that I said mystery school. What it is a correspondence school where you can send for lessons as you want them and as you need them. And this is a wonderful school. Jack and I have been members for many, many years, and they have a healing request that's inside each of their lessons, which I'm going to show you right now, and inside their newsletters. And all you do is fill it out, and there's also a petition if you need something, you need to sell a house or whatever you need, or you need to get love back into your life. There's always a form in here, and you just fill it out. You don't even have to make a donation if you don't want to, and you send it off to them, and they're in California. And they will put it in their healing box, and you will have miraculous results, I promise you. Okay, let's see what else. Okay. If you give us a call at the above numbers, a lot of calls holding. I'm going to get to them very shortly. A lot of emails coming in. One from Amy, who says, Joyce, am I ever going to sell my house? Amy, you know what to do? Get a statue of Saint Joseph. You know, he was Jesus' father. And he's known as the worker. I'm sure a lot of you know this already. A Saint Joseph statue. Now, you're supposed to put it you can buy it in a lot of gift shops. You might have to go into a church gift shop. I'm not sure. In most religious shops, you have to look around a little. You get a statue of Saint Joseph. He was known as Saint Joseph the worker or the carpenter, Jesus' dad. And he will help you to sell your house. Now, you're supposed to put it upside down in a plant or somewhere on the property, but I don't recommend that you really do that. I mean, I didn't do it, and it works just as well. And you do a prayer to St. Joseph, and you ask him to sell your house. So, Amy, do that, and I do see that the house sells, but probably not until September. And you're going to have to... You indicate that you have a wing on your house that you wanted to rent out. Yes, that would be possible. You can rent the wing before, like maybe at the end of April, and then the apartment will be sold along with the house. I'm going to say in September. Again, you know, give a little latitude, but it will sell. And you don't even have to come down that much in your price, even though it's a very, very rough market. Okay. Let's see. Okay, call holding, all right? And we have one from James, who's asking the question about a lost cat. James, you lost your cat? Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, James, I feel the cat will come back. The cat is taking a vacation. It's as if the cat had a little suitcase and went on a little trip. What can I say? The cat is under a tree somewhere. And when the cat is ready to come home, she'll come home. I'm sorry, James. I think, what is it, a white fluffy cat? Let me know, James. But the cat is coming back, okay? So what you have to do is sit in meditation. Meditation and prayer are so important. You simply sit there and you say, come home, and use the cat's name. What is the cat's name? The cat's name is Jen? Or you named your cat Jen. Okay, after an old girlfriend. Okay, James. Good for you. Jen will be back. I love a man with a cat. They become very attached. All right. I wanted to tell you also about Fate magazine. For those of you who are very metaphysical, or who want to be, or who are interested in all things that are happening in the spirit world, Fate magazine is very interesting. You just put in Fate in your computer, it'll come up. Now, here's my favorite issue. I wrote an article. Actually, I wrote a number of articles for them. This is my favorite article, though. This came out a while back. And can you see that, Jack? It's my Odyssey through the unexplained. It's about how you can go from being not psychic to psychic. I was psychic all my life because my mother was psychic also. So she helped me along. She taught me about numerology, and she taught me everything, and astrology and graphology. My mother was a great handwriting analyst, by the way. She really could tell everything about you just from your handwriting. But she was a great medium and a great psychic. So this tells about my personal trip, my odyssey through the unexplained, and it was in Fate magazine. Let's see when it came out. There's no date on the magazine, but you'll find in there somewhere. It came out in February of 2009, February 2009, My Odyssey Through the Unexplained. Okay? Now, I particularly love this article, of all the books and articles and everything that I've written, because look, it shows spirit photography. This is when I was on WOR, Channel 9, and Jack is so wonderful. He's always out there snapping pictures and taking pictures of me, whatever I do, on television or radio. He's right on top of things. Look at this picture he took. It came out, it shows a huge spirit photography working with me. I had to do 9,000 live readings, as usual, on camera, and it shows the energy that I was using. Can you see that? Jack, do you want me to hold that closer? Or, are you getting that? Okay.
Angle it a little bit because the light's bouncing off it.
Like that? Is that better?
The other way. Tilt it to your left.
How's that?
Okay,
I particularly want people to see the spirit photography picture that Fate magazine put in. And if you can't get it, you certainly can go to my website and have a lot of pictures of spirit photography in there as well. Were you able to get that, Jack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. So far we have, I did a couple of emailed readings. James lost his cat. The cat will be back. James, you have to let us know, okay? Because when I hear about a lost animal, I go crazy. Speaking of that, I don't know if you've heard the story or not. Before I start taking emailed readings, I wanted to ask you if you know about this another New York madam who was arrested, and she's rotting away in prison already because she was involved with prostitution in New York City. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, a lot of emails coming in for readings. Okay, Joyce Keller at Mind Spring. We'll try to get to those. Okay, I wanted to talk to you about this whole prostitution situation, and I don't want to offend anyone, but I'm going to give you my opinion about this, about prostitution. People love sex. Okay, that's not news, right? Especially, from an early age on throughout your life. I mean, sex is it's a God-given gift. So the fact is that it's reality, right? Okay, so that's number one. Number two, in relationships, sometimes one partner is ill or busy or traveling or God knows what, and the other person has one of two choices if they're very, very involved with sex, or they're interested in sex, or they want sex, or they need sex, whatever the case may be. So what are they supposed to do? Go to a bar and pick up people? Go to a singles website? And what are they supposed to do? All right, my feeling is that most civilized countries, all over Europe, everywhere, people, and also some non-civilized countries as well, have legalized prostitution. It should be controlled. I think all people involved in the sex trade and the sex game should be medically examined every month if necessary, because I know illnesses are transferred very quickly and very easily. Protection should be mandatory, and you definitely should be able to legally have sex if you want it and need it. You shouldn't have to go to a bar. You shouldn't have to go somewhere, to a supermarket, wherever it may be, and try to pick someone up. That is so unreasonable, because that's going to turn into infidelity, a serious problem with your marriage. I would say let it be controlled. Stop arresting madams. Stop arresting prostitutes. These people are trying to earn a living, and it's a necessary service. Jack, what do you think? Am I right or wrong? I need you all to email me or call me, tell me if I'm right, tell me if I'm wrong. But really, I think if you want and need sex, you should be able to pay for it. It should be legalized. Same thing with drugs. If they were to legalize drugs, people would not be selling them all over the place. It would be legal. Oh, please. This country is very behind the times. What, Jack?
Yeah, basically, I agree, Joy, especially with drugs. I think the government should provide drugs free of charge to all addicts who will come forward and maybe just attend a weekly group meeting of
That's right.
Why they should get off drugs and take the criminality completely out of it. There's so much crime, anywhere from murders on down, committed because of drugs.
Why don't you come over here so people can see how cute you are? Come here.
Well, I don't want to break the camera, but
Okay, just put your head in. Don't stay too long. This is Jack. For those of you who,
Hi, everyone.
who are going to see us, that's enough.
oh, gee.
No, I'm just kidding. Come here. What are you wearing?
Something comfortable.
You're so cute. I love you. There, I said it publicly, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
I'm on record now.
This is a little book that goes with the CD I was telling you about before. It's My Friend Died. I love this little book so much. It's really, so profound. It came directly from the angels. Okay, Jack, it sounds like someone's on the line, sweetie. Is that right?
Yes, just let me
Okay.
get them on here.
Okay. Let me know when I can say hello so I don't say hello too soon.
Hello, anyone there?
Hi,
Hi there.
Good.
You are?
Diane.
Hi,
I'm
Diane.
From California. Hi, Joyce. I am so happy to talk to you. I heard your show last week, and someone called in that was a walk-in. And you taught me so much from that show. It was so interesting that I wanted to say thank you just for your everything, your energy. You're just very cool.
Oh, Diane, you're very sweet. Thank you. I can't thank you enough because we don't get paid. So therefore, and we don't make any money either. So therefore, none of the...
You're spreading a lot of good energy.
Well, thank you.
And
See,
when you put out, you get back tenfold. You do. It's
Thank you.
maybe just when you don't know it.
Diane, you're so wise. I just have to say something. Jack mentioned at the beginning of the show that we have our radio show on WGBB in New York. It's a local radio station. They've had us on for 25 years. I was a kid when I was in diapers when I started. Again, we have never been paid for that. And also, all the shows that we do, Blog Talk Radio, Past TV, nobody pays us anything. So once in a while, I hold up a CD or a book or something, and once in a while Jack gets a check. He doesn't give it to me. He keeps it himself, Diane. That's it.
Right.
Now,
and you're obviously doing what you love, right?
I am, Diane.
And with the man you love, you've got the love.
I know.
And that's really and truly, that's what it's all about, and that's what you're sharing, and it makes me feel fulfilled with love. It does.
Diane, what's your birthday?
To keep April 30th.
Oh, your birthday's coming.
53.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But I stopped counting.
We have to turn our clocks back next week. And God only knows when people are going to hear this. I can't believe I came on the air today, Dan, and I used the wrong date. I gave people completely the wrong date. Diane, while you're on the air, I want to hold up my other books. I hope you don't mind if I do this on your time. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you, Diane. 7 Steps to Heaven. Because I know people don't know who I am, even though I've been around since dirt. You maybe knew. So anyway, I've been out there, and none of my books are self-published except for the little ones like this, but they're all published by Simon & Schuster, major publishers. 7 Steps to Heaven. How to communicate with your departed loved ones. Now, Diane, have you ever seen us on web radio or web TV?
Not. I haven't.
Okay, so you can. All right, here's another one. The Complete Book of Numerology. Jack and I wrote this together. Look at our pictures on the back. Look at how cute we are back here. See, that's when I had brown hair. Then my hair turned all gray from worry. And then I became a blonde a few years ago. I said, oh, gray hair is not for me. And here's my first book. I'm really sorry I have to get all this in. And this is Calling All Angels. Can you hear how hoarse I am today? Look, I'm losing my voice. Excuse me. From living in New York and New Jersey, the pollution is getting to me, honestly. But this is Calling All Angels. Now, the reason this book is important, Diane, is that it covers all the problems that people have, and it gives solutions, like I'll show you on the inside. For those of you who are going to see this on TV, there are 57 different, a note to Joyce just fell out, 57 different ways of calling on your angels, or exactly how you can speed up the process. Diane, I think I got everything in, honey. I'm not sure. All right, Diane, April 30th, 1953. How may we help you? Come on.
Well, I enjoyed the show. Now, I guess I have to help myself. I don't really have any questions, but I just like you, and I wanted to say it was really and truly a wonderful opportunity that I stumbled onto you guys, and thank you.
Okay, now for that, I have something special for you. Okay, I'm so disorganized. We do everything at the last minute. I really need help. I just only wish you could see this on TV, Diane. Diane, you have to watch this on Past TV next week. It'll come on with...
I will.
You'll be part of it.
I will. I do. Yeah. But it's so much easier. I'm on the computer because I'm a realtor, so I was just doing some work, and I was listening to you on the cell, and I thought, because I can walk around and do other things, and I thought, no, I'm going to just say hi to you and tell you you're great.
Are you too good to believe? Okay, Diane, I was holding up my ephemeris to the camera, and the reason it's so funny, I don't know if you know what an ephemeris is, but it's.
I do.
Okay.
Astrology.
Yeah, right. It's all just nothing but numbers and symbols. And I wanted to look up your birthday as a special gift from me to you. From my heart to yours. Okay, hang on, Diane. 1953, okay. You're very young. Say, thank you, God, I'm so young. Because when you're young, you don't even know it. You don't even appreciate it. It's when you get to be older, you say, I can't believe I didn't know how young I was. And you think you know everything when you're in your 20s, and believe me, you don't. But you learn fast. Okay. April 30th, 1953. I put my glasses on just for you, Diane. You have the moon in Scorpio. Do you know that?
I do. I know where my planets are.
Okay, now make sure I'm right. You have Mercury in Aries, Venus in Aries. You have Mars in Taurus. You're going to make a lot of money with real estate. This is great in a very bad market in California. Good for you. And you have the North Node in Aquarius. Now that tells me, Diane, you are, don't be shocked, walking money. Okay?
I love it.
Yeah, you know, you're young yet, but you're going to make a lot of money in your lifetime. And it's probably going to be through business dealings, somebody's probably not going to leave you a fortune, although, you should live and be well. Maybe that'll happen too. But primarily, your greatest fortune comes through your own labor and through, it looks very much like real estate, and through business dealings. And you have a great head for business, but you're so humanitarian. That North Node in Aquarius is fabulous. And the moon in Scorpio, you're very mystical. So you have a great awareness of all things seen and unseen. So you know who belongs to what house, who should buy what home, and you know good deals. So you're fabulous.
Right. I love what I do. It's the only career I've ever had since the 90s. I started working, and I really, what you say, it really falls into place. The problem is the past 4 years, it's not a problem. It's just reversed. I'm dealing with foreclosures, and I'm blessed to have a lot of listings, but I have to have people to move out. And it's, I'm in the business to put people in the house.
Diana,
because they're... So it's a little stressful.
It's horrible for you. It's horrible for so many people, but especially for people like you who are super sensitive and super nice. You have, it's exactly what you're saying. Do I see the market turning around? Not for quite a while. But that doesn't matter. You will still survive. And as far as the having to get people out of their homes for foreclosures, that is so terrible. I can't even tell you. Because this is against your nature, and your own spirit guides and teachers do not like it one single bit. But it's a lesson that you need because you have been super, super sensitive for your whole life. So maybe you need a bit more. Your moon in Scorpio says, I think we have to learn now how to be not more brittle, but more not mean either, but just a little stronger. And they're saying, oh, she'll deal with foreclosures for a while. And that's just to make you stronger as a person. You have a lot of male energy, by the way, around you, and as well as feminine. You're really a balanced person. But this foreclosure issue is good because it's making you stronger. Anything that we don't like will strengthen us. I mean, do you agree with that?
That is a fabulous insight. I can't believe you shared that. I really do. I absolutely do. And the option I have is I can offer them cash for keys, and they give me a range, and I always try to give them the maximum.
Sure, of course.
Just because I have that ability, if I can get if it's possible. But you're right; it still bothers me because the people aren't nice to me either. It doesn't matter. They're blaming me. I'm just the pawn to the bank to make the contact. But it's it's true. And then, but you know what the good part is?
What?
Once they're gone, and it's not uncommon that they clean out even the kitchen sink. They take the appliances, anything hanging.
Oh, it's terrible. I know.
Right? Mm-hmm. So I priced out a couple of construction, and everything's brand new. So the new buyers are buying a brand new place, and that's the fun part. So when I list it, I get to see someone really happy moving in when they really couldn't afford it from years past. They're getting a great deal on a new place.
Diane,
and it's their karma, right?
Of course. You're so spiritual, and you're so very optimistic. It reminds me of the old Elizabeth Taylor story, where I don't know if it was a movie or what she did, but it was a story of someone who was shoveling through a whole pile of horse manure. And they said, well, why are you doing this? And she said, because there has to be a pony in here somewhere. So that's my story of the day for you. Diane, isn't that sweet? Yes. The fact is that she was a good old Piscean gal, and she understood about life, which is why she married so many men. We go from one to the other. There has to be one good one in here somewhere, including Larry Fortensky. Now, what was that about, Diane?
Right.
Larry Fortensky.
It was that sex part you started your conversation about.
I know. Look, about you, I think it's so marvelous that you're doing this, and you're putting such a positive spin on it, and I promise you it will end. And with the people who are going through foreclosure, I don't have to tell you. It's their own karma to deal with this. And I have friends who have lost their homes, as we all have. And the fact is, they were given the opportunity in many cases, or in most cases, to sell their homes at a serious loss, and it was very painful, blah, blah. And their egos were hurt, and they said, oh, it's such a beautiful house. I can't sell it for this price. And I said, sell it, sell it, sell it. Okay, I know you're crying over it, but just sell it. And they said, no, my house is so beautiful. Now they're homeless, okay? Or either that or they're living in a trailer or something. It's horrible. So I do feel the economy will turn around, but not right away. Okay, Diane, how's your love life?
I think it's a past life that I have this gentleman. I've been divorced twice, but my latest relationship since '07 that really isn't healthy for me. I'm not over it, but yet I don't want to be with him. It's not right. And so I'm okay. You know what? You can be whole without being in a bad relationship.
Why don't you give him his birthday? We'll talk about him.
July 27, 1950.
Well, he's not a bad person. He's...
I agree.
He has a lot going for him. He, at times, lacks sensitivity. He's not always aware of your feelings. But what guy is? Do you love him?
Oh, I'm the best thing for him. But I think, here we are in California, and he's in the television business. He's retired now, though. Mm-hmm. But I think he has a sexual issue. I think he's bisexual or almost gay. That's what I think.
Welcome to California.
Right. And so, that's a huge problem.
That is a huge problem. But you know what, Diane? I don't mean to minimize it in any way, but it is so common, even in New York and everywhere. And you know, okay, you're so spiritual. Let me ask you this question. Why is bisexuality so common now? This is going to be on television, so be careful what you say.
No. You know what? It's probably 2012, and there's so many spirits that are coming into bodies from past life that it really doesn't matter their sexuality. I mean, truthfully, it doesn't bother me at all. I love people for who they are, but if I'm in a relationship, I want to be monogamous. That's my preference.
Of course.
So
you're a very honest person.
Right?
Yes. Go ahead. I'm listening.
But it's just easy for everybody, you know, never to make a judgment call as long as they're coming from a place of love and they're in the light. And it's a loving place when someone loves another being. It's all about love. As an animal gives us unconditional.
You're so right. You should really be teaching. Real estate, good. Teaching, even better. How about teaching real estate? How to survive. I'm sorry, Dan?
No, I mean, selling pays the bills really well.
I know.
It's good money for the amount of hours you put in.
Oh, but, I'm listening.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really and truly, it's all I know is real estate. Or I'll retire.
You want to retire? Okay, Dan. I really appreciate you calling in. I thank you so very much. I love your energy. I love the fact that you shared so honestly with us. And with this gentleman, so he's bisexual, so what? I mean, if you love each other, it would be nice if he was straight. What can I say to you? I think, okay, what you said before was brilliant, by the way. Excuse me, about why people are so bisexual now. Okay, I'm going to give you just a little more tweaking on what you said, and then you can tell me if you agree. I think bisexuality is so prevalent now because people incarnate as both male and female, right?
Right.
Okay. And as we evolve as spirits, the lines become a little blended. Like the male and the female flows together. And that's what's happening a lot, especially in California. That's so metaphysical. Dan, let me ask you, have you ever been to Astara in California? I think they're in Upland, or at least they were in Upland. Let's see where they are. I do it by mail, so I don't know where they are. But Astara is a wonderful organization, and I really would like you to know about them and go there. They actually have a center, and I don't know if they call it a church or a temple or what they have, but they're in Rancho Cucamonga in California on Jersey Boulevard. We haven't been to the new center, but do you know anything about Astara? Here, I'll hold it up again.
I really don't. I'm in Calabasas, which is probably a couple of hours away, maybe not even.
Do me a huge favor. Go there.
Good.
If
I really should, shouldn't I?
Yeah, and then become a member. And it's just wonderful. If you need anything at all, they will pray for you and work with you, and it's just a great organization. And they have the highest teachings, I feel, on the earth. Oh, also SRF. Do you know about SRF, Yogananda's Self-Realization Fellowship?
No, where is that?
Okay.
Do you know?
Yeah, they're in, again, I don't think we've been there for a long time, so I want to give you the right information. But if you go to SRF, Self-Realization Fellowship, or you put in Yogananda, you'll get all the information. I'm looking frantically through my books. I have no idea where it is. But if you put in Yogananda or Self-Realization Fellowship or SRF, all the information will come up. And this is one of Yogananda's books, which I'm holding up to the camera now, Man's Eternal Quest, a fabulous book. The Yogananda centers are in, I think, 3 different locations. One is actually in Los.
Put you on my. I want to go into another room with my computer and watch you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not watching.
I don't think that
I'm going to the web. I can't.
Well, you can watch last week's show, but this one has to be, when it's finished, Jack will send it to Past TV, and then it'll be this show with you will be on starting next Tuesday. It'll be on Tuesday and Fridays on Past TV, and then I think on YouTube around the clock. I have no idea.
You're right. That's what he said. As soon as this ends, correct. I remember him making that announcement. I listen, Jack, every word.
I know you do, Diane.
That's the radio show. The Blog Talk Radio show will be probably archived by 4 o'clock, but the TV show won't be until next week. Past TV.
Okay.
Diane, you have to see my shirt. It's really so nice. Look, it's a big red heart. I have to stand up and show you. So when you see us on television next week, look, you like my heart? I love hearts because, see this? Okay. So Diane, you'll see my shirt. I'm sorry,
Okay,
Diane, what?
Great. Well, the shape of 2 ears make a heart. In between.
You're so right, Dan. Dan, I can't thank you enough, not only for having the courage to call in, but also for your energy and your light. You're a tremendous light bearer. We love you, Diane. We'll talk soon, okay?
Bye.
Thanks, Diane. Okay, you're listening to Joyce Keller, and we're indeed live this particular episode of the Joyce Keller Show. If you'd like to join us, the number's right over my head. Do give us a jingle. What do you have for me, Jack?
Okay, hold on just a minute. Hello?
Hello?
Hi there. What's your name?
Hi. Carissa.
Hi, Carissa. You're a new caller, right?
I'm where?
Are you a new caller?
Yes. I don't think I've ever called into a show. If I did, it was years and years ago.
Wait, I suddenly feel old. Was it the radio show? Was it our radio show? What show? That's too many questions. Tell me your birthday, Carissa.
April 27th, 1976.
It's so interesting. The last caller was April 30th. Is this a day for Aries? That's Aries, right? You have.
It is.
Yeah,
You're doing Ceridial, right?
Say it again, Carissa.
No, April. No, it's Taurus.
It's Taurus. You see, I'm really.
Yeah.
I'm on my game
Yeah,
today.
Taurus tropical and Aries Ceridial is what I am.
You're a very good astrologer. Can you give me a reading?
I'm not.
You're not a good astrologer.
I don't really. I mean, I know me. That's about it.
Well, what more could you want other than you? I mean, what else? What else is there, really? All right. So, Carissa, how may we work with you today? Or would you like to tell us about what you do? Or would you like a reading? What would you like?
Well, a reading would be good, but I actually called in to make a comment about your comment about how prostitution should be legal.
Thank you. Go ahead.
One thing I don't think you mentioned, which I think is like the number one thing for me,
Go
is
ahead.
it would reduce rape.
It would reduce weight?
Rape.
Oh, rape. Thank you. I thought you said reduce weight. You had my immediate attention. I said, this is something I don't know about. How prostitution reduces weight, my next book. I don't know. I never heard about it. Anyway, no, but seriously, it reduces
It is
weight.
exercise, so it probably could reduce
I
weight.
know. Oh, but seriously, Diane, I'm sorry, Carissa, the fact is that if you live in New York especially, rape is like breathing. This is terrible. Before you're going to have plenty of time to give your feelings about this, and I do welcome that. But one of the leading black singers of our time, I don't remember her name at this moment, but she was on Oprah about 2 years ago, and she showed pictures of the place where she grew up in Manhattan, and it was, I guess it was a tenement, and or a not such great area. And she said the women are raped constantly. They don't even report it to the police. This poor woman, who is now like a #1 entertainer in the world, just was crying as she took a tour back through her home where she had grown up, and she said rape is just so common. And could you imagine such a terrible, heinous crime not even reported because it's so common? Like, what is that about? Can you talk to me about that?
I don't think that's Manhattan. I think that's, the whole United States.
I mean, every single one of my female friends has been raped. I've been raped several times. I don't live in New York, you know. And the other thing is this is something that definitely goes unspoken, is that it's not just women. There are many men out there that have been raped.
Talk to us. Come on, Carissa.
Yeah, it's just, it's really sad. It's super sad because I don't know why people open up to me and confide in me and tell me these things. But
Well, you're
I've had many of my male friends tell me about things happening to them too. So,
Well, it's absolutely. How would legalized prostitution help that, though? You think they'd actually spend money if they knew there was some child that they could rape easily, God forbid, or a young person? I mean, would they actually have? Isn't it a lack of moral fiber also?
No, I don't think it's necessarily a lack of moral fiber, because there are men out there that they rape a woman and they don't even realize they just raped her.
Okay, does this have to do with date rape?
It goes into the differences between males and females and expectations, and also who holds the sexual power. Because a lot of people think that males, you know, they have the sexual power because they're strong and they can, you know, hold down and rape a woman. But really, it's the woman who has all the sexual power.
Look, I'm crying over this. It's very, very upsetting to me and to so many of us who have had bad experiences. I would like you to say more about sexual power, if you will.
Yeah, well, the woman has the choice in who she gets to mate with. And the males out there, I mean, this might sound a little extreme, but they take what they can get.
Not all of them, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a little extreme, but it's kind of like a mentality of, you know, I don't know. It's just, it seems to me like every stereotype on the subconscious level is reversed.
Okay.
So,
do you think it has to do with testosterone? The fact is that to keep people on the planet and to keep the planet populated, that our Creator has given more testosterone to men than most of them can handle. Is that possible, that it's just a matter of testosterone, and that testosterone has to be expressed and released, and that it's often done through rape, and they don't even realize it? I mean, I've had men say, well, I thought you were interested. Well, no, I wasn't interested. I'm out here. I thought we were going to the movies or just going out to dinner. And they said, well, gee, you seemed like you wanted sex. Well, you know what? Maybe you should rethink the whole thing. And no, we didn't lead you on because we looked at you in the eyes and we smiled and we were pleasant. That's called leading you on. I mean, Carissa, would you please address that?
Yeah, well, there's a couple of things I wanted to say actually before that too. But with the whole leading on thing, you see, the expectations of males and females are different. Males are not expected to express their emotions. I'm not sure it's a testosterone thing or if it could really be alleviated. I mean, some of it is testosterone, but with allowing men to express their feelings. With the whole, you know, she deserved it, she was asking for it, men don't realize that women have this courtesy that they give to everybody. And if they're not giving that courtesy, then they know that they're being, a word I probably can't say on the radio.
Go ahead, say it. It's okay. Say it.
So, yeah, this is something I feel so passionate about, and it's so intricate to me. It's kind of hard to say in 5 minutes over the radio everything I think about it, but
take your time. It's okay. It's important. Yeah,
the last couple of years, I've really, I read a whole bunch of books about like the differences between women and men, stereotypical, and it's really how they're raised and expected to be. And it's raised by the society. You know, a lot of people think, well, the parents, you know, could change that, but it, you know, we get more of our character sometimes from our friends and our family if we decide that, you know, we want to model them.
Okay. Jane, Carissa, what would you say to women who have had the rape experience and they need therapy? Do you think there is anyone who can really be helpful at this time, or not? I've really not heard of anyone who is helpful. Perhaps maybe just radio shows like this, where women can call in and express their dissatisfaction with society in general, about how men are given a free pass in most cases to do this. Not everyone has integrity. It's a matter of integrity too. It's a matter of misunderstanding as well. So what would you say?
Yeah.
What kind of therapy, what kind of help is available?
Well, I mean, I think it all really, talking about it, I think helps, but I think also realizing, for me, it was realizing that everybody is going through this. I'm not alone. And this isn't like something to blame on anybody. Because a lot of people, if they say, okay, I'm not at fault, then they turn around and blame their raper.
Okay.
But blame, really, it's not, you know, it's not part of spirit.
Okay. Carissa, I can't tell you how much I was actually sitting here in tears for all of us, men, women, and children. I had problems.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have had problems as children. What child hasn't been taken advantage of? I was sitting here, you know, with tears. I mean, really, this is a really horrendous societal problem. But I don't even know if there's a solution. I think it's just a raising of consciousness. And I think that as 2012 passes and we're brought into a higher state of understanding, I think that you will be hearing less and less about rape. Not just that we're not hearing about it, but perhaps a little light will come on the head of testosterone-driven males so they can realize that there needs to be some integrity and awareness of what they're doing. I mean, this is seriously traumatizing.
Yeah. But I also think that, you know, it's not just males. Females can sexually abuse children. They can sexually abuse people. It's, you know, so...
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that has to be recognized, because if you're a male in the society also, there's so many things that you're seen as that you can do bad. You know, and you know, women aren't really put in that category, and I think that has a dramatic effect on men in society, because if society expects you to be bad, you have an unconscious desire to fulfill the expectations of people.
Do you think that women rape men?
Yes, I have had a few men tell me that they were raped by a woman.
Really? That's really hard to imagine, because they have to have an erection, don't they? I mean...
Yes, but they don't need to want to have sex to have an erection.
Okay, now that's something I really don't understand. I've been around a while. Please explain this to me, and to all of us who would like to know about this. They don't need to have an erection. Is that right?
Yes, yes. It kind of, I see it as the flip side of, you know, how women have fantasies of rape. Doesn't mean she wants to be raped.
Okay. I think you're going to have to send me an email.
So just because he's turned on doesn't mean he wants to have sex.
Okay. That's fair enough. That's fair. Okay, Carissa, obviously you're very, very well informed and very helpful, and may I say just obviously a little traumatized from what you've experienced, and I'm happy to share. But I think you're healthy, though. You're psychologically healthy, and whatever you've experienced, you have put into the right category, and you really have received healing for it. Look,
Yeah, I think that's, I've had that drive to heal myself.
mm-hmm.
I've had that drive to understand the bad and the dark and the shadow as much as the light.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
You
can always email me, and I'll definitely try to email you back. It's Joyce Keller at Mindspring. If you lose it, just go to Joyce Keller on the web. And you can always tell me how you're doing. And do you do any counseling? Are you counseling people?
No, I don't have a counselor degree or anything like that. So, I was court-ordered from my parents' divorce to go to counseling every week when I was in high school. So, I had a lot of counseling.
Did you go? Was it helpful?
Some that I didn't actually even want.
I'm sorry?
It was. Even though sometimes I didn't want it and I didn't want to go, I was court-ordered to go. My whole family was court-ordered to go.
Was it helpful?
My older sister, who was over 18 at the time of my parents' divorce, was not court-ordered to go. And she struggles with my parents' divorce, even though she was like 19 years old. She struggles with my parents' divorce more than the three of us, the younger children.
Well, then can we assume that the therapy was helpful? And would you recommend this to people who are going through this kind of breakup in a family?
Oh, yes. I mean, I recommend talking to people anytime. You don't need to pay somebody.
Right. So it could be...
Don't
you think you can get the wrong advice, though, that way? If you just...
Oh, sure.
Are just leaning on a friend. I mean, usually friends give fairly stable advice, but there can also be a misunderstanding and some other issues that enter into it. So.
Oh, when I said sure, I thought you meant bad advice from psychologists.
Well, that could happen too. As a matter of fact,
you can do that, yeah.
That does happen a lot. But you're a very stable person. Chris, I really wanted to thank you very much for calling in, and I wish we had more time. But you know what? We're live every Wednesday from 2 to 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and that's on Blog Talk Radio, and then it's repeated 24/7. And then it shows on... we won't be able to see you, Carissa, unfortunately, but you'll see me, which is better than nothing. Okay, that's going to be on Past TV Network. It's Past-TV Network. And that's going to be on around the clock. And you'll be able to hear yourself on television next week, starting on Tuesday. So, Carissa, you're very sweet, very helpful. Thank you so much. And we'll talk soon, okay?
Thank you. Have
Thanks,
a good day.
Carissa. Bye, sweetie. From my heart to yours.
Bye.
Thank you. Now, Jack, what are you up to? You're giving me signals.
We have another... I think we have...
90 seconds.
Do I have time to take a little quick call? Don't forget, JoyceKeller.com. That's Jack Keller, who was almost on for a moment. And a lot of emails I didn't get to. I'll get to them later. I'll do the best I can. Jack, who's on? You have someone for me? Or did everyone hang up on?
Okay, we'll see. Hello?
Hello.
Hi there.
How are you?
We're fine. I'm sorry, the last caller made me cry. It was very sad. It was all about rape. What's your name?
Jim Kelly.
Hi, Jim.
60
Hi, Jim
seconds.
Kelly. You don't have to give your last name if you don't want to, Jim. And you could also make up a name. I do appreciate your birthday, though. We're almost out of time. But go ahead, Jim. Tell me your birthday.
April 5th, 1965.
Okay. How may we help you?
Well, I just have an issue, something really big going on in my life right now, and it's been very telling and making me learn a little bit about patience. And I was worrying and wondering, and I guess that made me think to call you when I was flipping through the emails and stuff.
Okay. Jim, I wish we had more time, but I'm hearing in my headphones that we're just about out of time. Is there a possibility that we could do this next week? We'll be on live at the same time next Wednesday.
10
We
seconds.
have 10 seconds. I do feel that this problem with you is going to be resolved, and you shouldn't worry so much about it. Email me, and I'll try to help you, Jim, because we're just about out of time now. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
I'm so sorry, Jim. Joyce Keller at Mindspring. Okay, Jim.
All right.
It's going to be fine. Don't worry so much, and I feel it's going to be okay. Okay, Jim?
Okay, good.
Thank you, Jim. Be well, sweetie. Take care.
you.
And
All right.
Thank you, Jim. Until next time, this is Joyce and Jack Keller. I know Jack wasn't on very long, but don't drive faster than your angels can fly. Thank you for being with us. Don't forget, PastTV.com, Joyce Keller. Talk to you soon, folks. God bless you all.